Hello everyone. So if you don't know, I drive Uber and Lyft, and I have been having some awesome experiences, and I feel it is so worth to me to express to you what I have been experiencing with this. Majority of the rides that I have are so magical, and I love driving Uber, and I love meeting the people, random different people. I have no idea who I'm going to get every day, or who I'm going to meet. So there are definitely some stories I want to share, and it's so exciting. And yeah, and that's just to preface this. These are just my own experiences, my own viewpoint, and how I perceived what has happened to me. And then there's there's just gonna be more to this as well. So alright, I want to start off with this one story where it's gonna be a long one, so just so you know, it is like the story time. So okay, in this story, it was like, I don't know, Friday, Saturday night, late at night, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. or whatever. And I pick up this guy, and he, from a bar, so he's kind of drunk. And then we, I just start driving, we just start talking, and I asked him how he was, how was your night, did you have fun, all that stuff. Then somehow in the mix, we and just, this story is not about politics at all, but this is what we're talking about. He's like, this was him, I'm a moderate right, and I mean, I think this, and I think this, but I also think that too. And people just think because I'm a moderate right, I'm completely this, and I don't think of this. I think of this, and I think that. I'm this, and I think that. I believe in this, and I believe in that. Going back and forth between the moderate right and then the left, and whatever those viewpoints are. And this is not about politics, it's going beyond that. But yeah, so he kept saying he did not like to be seen. He didn't like to be seen just because he had a label on himself that he was only that he couldn't be other things, that he couldn't be different just because he had this one label. But then a little bit down the line, he was telling me how he doesn't like extremists at all, extremists for views. This was him. I don't like the extreme left or the extreme right. How can you believe this? How can you believe that? You don't want this. This is not. No. This is not. This isn't how it is. And it's okay to have, those beliefs or whatever. And of course, whatever you believe is whatever you believe. There's nothing wrong with that. That's your choice. That's who you are. There's nothing wrong with it. But it was just so funny to see because he did not like it, because he was saying he did not like that people viewed him just because he was this way doesn't mean he couldn't be something else. But he didn't really see in his own words that, he was seeing these so-called extremists, whoever they were to him. I don't even know if he was talking about a specific person or not, but he had these because you're an extremist, you are this way, and I don't like those views, and that is it. How can you believe that? But it's he was doing the exact same thing that he didn't like. He didn't like it when people thought he was this, but he likes other things. So he wasn't seeing that, he was judging other people because of what they chose to be their label. Maybe they do believe in extremists, but maybe you don't know what else they believe. Many people can hold multiple beliefs that contradicts each other all the time, you know. I think we do that anyways, even if you know it or not. But it was just really cool to see. And then, and like, I didn't say anything to him about that because, you know, that's, I didn't know what to say. Like, I'm not one to just be like, hey, you believe this, and hey, did you see that? Maybe one day I'll get there, but I didn't feel it was my place to at that time. But I'm happy I got to see that. That was for me to see, because then, you know, I was like, man, how am I doing that? Am I doing that to other people? How am I only being logical or thinking one way in a certain situation? Am I not taking account for like other people, and, you know, like how am I being closed-minded in certain things? And yeah, so I was very happy and so thankful I got to see that. And so that's, yeah, that was really cool to see. And you know, he got out. It was great. You know, he just told me his life a little bit, which was pretty cool. But then literally that same night, he, not him, another woman came in the car that same night. A woman came in the car, and she was telling me how, and she was a cop, and she, like, you know, she picked up from a bar, and I love picking up drunk people because they just share so much to me, and it's so much fun. And I get to like see these cool different clues and cool different just life experiences with people, and, you know, it's so much fun. Anyway, so that same night, this woman came in. I don't think she was drunk or anything. I mean, she said she had a couple of beers. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, so she got in. She said she was a cop, and, you know, a little bit later down the line, she tells me, yeah, she hates how she's being treated just because she's a cop. She hates that she feels this way because she has the label as a cop. And that, you know, people are against her right now, and that how she's feeling that way. And it was just so perfect because it was literally the exact same night. And for me, when this happens to me, and like the same like story keeps popping up for me when like in the rides, it's like, you know, I'm seeing the synchronicities in my life. And like, I mean, to me, my belief is if it's happening to me, it's for a reason, it's for a purpose. Like, there's something beyond it, maybe, and I don't even need to know, but it's like, it's the synchronicity, you know. I flowed with it, like I popped into it for a reason. So that synchronicity popped up for me, where, yeah, like, again, you know, and it's not even, this story's not even about anything that, just going beyond it, about the perspectives and the beliefs that we hold, you know. Like, just because you take one label, that is you, that is it. That's all that you have. That's who you are, because I'm this, then I can't be anything else, and blah, like that. But, you know, like, but I mean, at least those two experiences, it's not like that, you know. We are, like, for me, what I got from that, my own perspectives, maybe from these stories you think something different, which is perfect. You know, it's like, you know, I feel like everyone is so different. We're so vast. You know, we are in this mystery of life together. We have these different perspectives, these different viewpoints. And, you know, just because we hold on to a label doesn't mean we can't be the opposite of it. Doesn't mean we can't think the other way. You know, like, there's just so much more to this life than, you know, just this one thing. You know, we can flow, and we can do different. We can believe different things, and just, yeah. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm curious what you think about this, you know, about perspectives and beliefs, and And like after that ride happened, I was like, yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I doing that? How am I being constricted in my logic? And hey, maybe that's not how you're seeing, again, that's perfect. But for me, my experience was like, maybe I need to expand my mind a little bit. Maybe I'm not seeing myself in that way. Maybe I'm seeing myself, I have to be this, or I am this and I can't be anything else. I'm this and yeah. Other people, just because you're this way doesn't mean you don't believe other things or the opposites of the other things. Just because you claim this label doesn't mean you're not different than what that label is. And this is another thing I'm getting about it. It's like, you know, what are labels anyways? Like, a label is just a word and a word and then the meaning like attached to it. But like, people are so much more vast, much more than just a label. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with labels. I don't think labels are bad or anything. There's, it's whatever you believe and whatever you want to choose to be, who you are, who is whoever you want to choose to be, which is great. You can be anything. But yeah, like that was just like one night that I was like, my mind was just blown away to actually see in my life, to see the experience that came to me of, you know, how expanded we can be, how like things don't have to be just one way. Like, we can choose different. We can, just because you believe this, because this situation is this, just because it's always been this way, that's not true at all. Like, we're infinite. We can be, and we can pick and choose, and we can change and shift however we want to. So I'm curious what you thought about that story or what you got from it. Yeah, so I'll be sharing some more stories with some coolness like that, like, and that's what I love. That's what I love sharing. Like, just going beyond the experience is beautiful and great, but there's always more to the experience. There's always another layer to it. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.